Like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff help promote and make my channel. So I've been insanely behind on reviews. I'd love to do a Cobra Kai Season 5 review. I'd like to do the last 2 episodes of House of the Dragon. Neither one of these shows are without their faults, but they're insanely entertaining in comparison to something like She-Hulk. And here we are with a review of She-Hulk Episode 6. And there's so many things that happen in this. Like, huge things that will change the MCU forever. Oh, the Easter eggs. Warning, there's just so much momentum happening in She-Hulk. There's so many monumental things that occur in this episode alone. Daredevil doesn't show up, despite the fact that his costume was teased last week. And that's just something that happens with She-Hulk. Every once in a while they tease something like the Wrecking Crew has a boss, and they just leave you hanging. Here they do it again. They just leave you hanging. So the big stuff that really happens in this episode, She-Hulk goes to a wedding. Ooh. And has a mediocre fight with Titania. Ooh, and this Titania is nothing like Titania. Not to mention that this whole show is awful. It's really baffling that this could. Does Kevin Feige hate She-Hulk, the character? Does Kevin Feige hate She-Hulk, the character? Because I just can't grasp why he would let this happen. Why? God, you are a sick fuck for letting this happen. There's so many things in here. And Anthony Mackie comes out and praises She-Hulk, saying, "Oh, it's great. It's different from anything else in the MCU." That's a terrible take, and I'm sure most people don't agree with you, because most people, I don't think, like She-Hulk. Maybe I'm wrong. I know there are some people that really love everything they do. They find it absolutely hilarious. I don't know how. To each their own. That's awesome. Cool. Good for you. But the show is awful. I think it's undeniable that the show is awful. And it's 6 episodes, 9 episode series. We haven't really done much. Who the hell's... we have an idea of who the supervillain is, but how are they going to do it? Are they waiting to the very last episode? Oh, here you go. Finally, an actual villain. Just what is happening? Nothing's happening. That's what's happening. After her mediocre fight with Titania, you just get, she's being spied on by intelligence, supervillain team. All they really do is show some people in a lab coat, and it's probably the leader. I didn't think they'd do it in this series because they're pretty incompetent. And Daredevil's still supposed to be right around the corner. It's like they're saving him for the last episode, or second to last episode, just to keep people watching. Those who have not dropped out and ran off yet. Unfortunately, I'm one of them.
Fuck this, I'm out!
I keep tuning in, like, is this the Daredevil episode? And obviously I was tuning in too, hoping that it would get better. But it's not going to! It doesn't get better than this. And that is truly sad when the bar is so low and awful. This is the worst MCU show I've ever seen. It's one of the worst shows altogether that I've ever seen in a series with 9 episodes. We're 6 episodes in, and there's not really anything redeeming about it. Almost at the end of every episode, they tease something bigger. Hulk going into space. Who do the Wrecking Crew work for? Here, intelligence say. Before that, Daredevil. But they keep teasing something like this entire show is a trailer for another show that's better. God awful writers. They had to cut so much. This was so funny. This was so good. But we had to cut it. Imagine how many terrible scenes they've cut from this show. The scenes that they've cut have to be just so bad. Because what we're getting is so awful. It's unimaginable that somebody could be a professional employed by the Marvel Cinematic Universe and just write things so poorly. If this was like a captain of a ship, boom, bam, you're going right into an iceberg. It's the Titanic all over again. This show sucks. Episode 6 of this show sucks. And to me, every single episode of this show sucks. So it's not really a shocking surprise or anything that it still sucks. Write better. Do better. You want people to embrace female heroes? Try to give them some actual compelling, interesting female heroes in quality content. Not where it's a bunch of dumb, bad men and just... I can't. I'm done talking about this. Episode 6, did you actually like it? Could you actually like it? Is that a thing? Is that possible? Let me know in the comment section below. I find it really fascinating. I'm not gonna patronize you or anything. I do just find it really fascinating that somebody would enjoy this show. And I know there's a lot of dudes that just watch it because they're like, oh, She-Hulk's hot, she's cute. Tatiana Maslany is hot, she's cute. That's not enough. That is not enough to enjoy a show, to like a show. That's not enough to like a character just because they look appealing. But everything about them is pretty shitty. Pretty self-centered, self-absorbed. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. Like, subscribe, comment. Stay awesome. Rock on.
Follow me